Hey guys, it's Beaver. So those of y'all that follow the channel know that we have been talking about Miss D'Lanny Chairez and her 18-month-old son, James Chairez. So they've been missing. They escalated the alert to endangered, saying that maybe the mother and the son were in danger, missing. Timeline goes, because there's been major developments, family has not laid eyes on James since Thanksgiving. The missing persons report was filed at the end of February, and that's in the end of February is also when D'Lanny herself stopped communication with the great aunt. So that is important because the great aunt has been wanting to see the baby. She's been making excuses. She's thought about giving up for adoption. But once family contacted police about the baby or her being missing, that's when she completely stopped communications. Now, she's been seen at a drugstore January 4th with James. Now, to my knowledge, that is the last sighting, complete confirmed sighting of the baby. Now, and let's see, late February, she was caught on camera just riding MTA buses. Well, I don't know what they're called there. Here they're called MTA buses, but public transportation buses. And she just rode it all day long. She was by herself, no baby. So this happened yesterday. San Antonio mother who disappeared along with baby arrested. D'Lanny Chairez charged with abandoning or endangering a child. Baby's whereabouts are still unknown. Now, we're going to dive into a few different portions of this, and I have a little bit more history about her, at least her mother's background. And we're just going to look at a few things. And I want to say a couple things too. San Antonio police have tracked down and arrested a woman who has been the subject of a missing person investigation for weeks. Records show D'Lanny Chairez, 20, was booked into jail early Tuesday morning on the charge of abandoning or endangering a child. Police put out an alert earlier this month about Chairez, who, along with her 18-month-old son, had been reported missing. The arrest warrant affidavit says relatives told police that they were concerned because they hadn't seen the baby since Thanksgiving. Police also released 2 clips taken from surveillance cameras inside a drugstore and on a VIA bus. The store video appeared to show Chairez pushing a stroller while there was no evidence of a baby in the bus video. So this footage happened on the 4th, January 4th, with her and the baby. And you could see her and the baby walking in. Now, this was January 4th. The affidavit says investigators believe Chairez may have abandoned the child. And I do too. It says she refused to answer questions from the investigators, but told them that she did not feel prepared to be a mother and considered giving the baby up for adoption. So, here's another point. She has an aunt, a great aunt, who is above and beyond willing to help and would take the baby. So this whole premise that she didn't want to be a mom, there were so many other things to do with this child. So that is shit. And we're going to dive into something else too. And this brings me to my next point. Investigators say they searched her trailer and found a bed sheet from a crib that proved to be human blood on it. SAPD investigators believe baby James is still in San Antonio area. They are asking for any information on baby James' whereabouts and who he may be with to call San Antonio Police Department Missing Persons Unit at 210-207-7660. Chairez is being held on a $250,000 bond. So let's go. I'm going to show you something. And I wouldn't, if she hadn't have been arrested, I would not have shown this photo. But the fact that she has been arrested and the baby is still missing, I am going to show y'all this photo and I'm going to point something out to y'all. Give me 1 second. Let's go check this out. So this is a picture of inside the home. I'm going to say this. I do not know how or when this photo was taken. But what I do want to point out to y'all is that, obviously you can see the deplorable conditions. But what I also want y'all to pay attention to where it's circled is that there is no mattress on that crib. And they said that they found blood on the crib bedding. But there is no mattress in this picture. just thought that was funny. Other people started pointing out that it was funny, and not funny, haha, like, oh no, this story could have an awful ending. And she's not talking. But yeah, this nobody should ever live in anything like this. I don't even, in this person that took this TikTok, I don't know anything. I know that this picture was circulating. So, and you know, from all accounts, this is inside the home, and it was awful conditions, which may also explain even whether the baby was with her or not at the time when the relatives wanted to see the baby. Nobody, she wouldn't have wanted anybody to see this kind of condition of a home. So let's jump into something else, another piece I want to talk to y'all about. And you know, in previous videos that I've done about this case, I have mentioned Evelyn Boswell's case, and it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Even the fact of D'Lanny's mother having an extenuating situation with the police, and it seems like, you know, her mother was fairly unstable as well. Holtom City woman pleads guilty to murder in her grandson's burn death. Now, this is D'Lanny's mother. Let's take a read. Holtom City woman accused of delaying treatment for her 2-year-old grandson after he was burned by scalding water last year has pled guilty to murder in the boy's death. Patricia Annette Flores, 44, chose to have a jury sentence her. The punishment phase begins Tuesday, said Sam Jordan, spokeswoman for Tarrant County, which Tarrant County is in Texas, and Tarrant County is where we on this channel talk about, you know, corruption with their CPS system, because there's plenty in that county. But moving on, let's see. Police said Patricia Flores waited 6 days before calling 911 last March after her grandson, Life Gabe Flores, was burned at home in a home in Holton City. I don't know why I can't say that word right. When she did on March 30th, she told the call taker that the boy appeared to be going into shock and was having trouble breathing. Paramedics arrived at the home to find the boy breathing but unresponsive with severe burns on his feet, hands, buttocks, genitals, according to an arrest warrant affidavit. He was taken into Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas, where he died April 4th, 2016. Let's see. Flores, according to the affidavit, told Holton City police officer that she had been preparing to clean the home and had run hot water from the tub for mopping purposes. When she left the bathroom for a few minutes, she said she returned to find her grandson lying on the floor. Let's see. She had checked on Life earlier, though he was asleep. The affidavit stated Life had pooped and peed on the bathroom floor, and Flores began cleaning this up, and she noticed Life had burns on his legs and hands. Flores told investigators that her grandson never yelled out, screamed in pain. Flores felt that since she was trained, certified nursing assistant, she could care for Life's injuries herself and never reported the incident or sought medical care for Life from a doctor. Corporal T. Miller wrote in the affidavit that he believed Flores caused her grandson's burns and then did not get him required treatment, eventually leading to his death. After her grandson's death, police had trouble locating Flores. She surrendered to deputies in Furiel County in South Texas. About 2 weeks later, was initially charged with injury of a child. In September, Tarrant County grand jury indicted her on murder charges. This report contains information from okay, let's see. So yeah, you know, the parallels between this case and the Evelyn Boswell case, they just get more and more, you know, similar. So is in jail for, you know, killing her grandson or failing to get him the help that he needed after, you know, burns that took his life. He succumbed to the injuries. The baby's biological father is incarcerated for a botched robbery he was in the process of robbing his mother, and she came home, him and his friend, and they killed her. And also, his mother's in jail now. So this baby, you know, he had a lot going on, and kind of the cards were stacked against him. But what I will say, the one person who rings true, even in the reports about the father killing the mother, killing his own mother, the biological father, guess who was also in those reports? This great aunt. Guess what she was doing? She was telling, you know, reporters that she's going to talk to her, you know, niece about staying off social media and things like that. She's been pulling for this kid forever. This great aunt right here, we're about to listen to this heartfelt message. But what I started seeing, and I get it, you know, it's discussion groups, you want to talk about different angles, this, that, and other, but it's been so much of this lately in general, with people blaming extended families or being suspicious about extended families, and it's not right. And there were some things being kicked around about the aunt, this, that, and other. I don't even know why it was brought up about the aunt. To me, she's done absolutely everything possible that she can do to be a voice for not only her nephew, but her niece. And she's doing the best she can with what she's got. So I thought it was very unfair for people to start speculating. But then again, it's speculation, it's discussion groups. I get all that. I would like to encourage people to just dial it back a bit before you start, you know, spouting out every thought you have on the internet, because sometimes thoughts don't need to be repeated. And this woman's going through enough, and God forbid she read one of these comments, and, you know, I imagine it would be upsetting, especially when you're in the situation, you know you, and you know everything going on. So, and now she's going to get on this message, and there's a small part of it, I feel like she was trying to explain herself, and I just thought it was shitty. Not of her. I hate that she felt the need that she had to explain herself, and maybe she wasn't, but I don't like it when people go after the extended portions of the family. And especially in this case, she was actually trying to help. She's actually been trying to help. So I never saw the need to go or speculate about her. And I thought it was unfounded, and I thought it was unfair, and you know what, and I do it too, maybe sometimes we just need to shut up and just be still. You know, it's not enough to be said about just being still. But anyways, I've ranted too much. Let's take a listen to this great aunt's message. Let me make sure I get it back right. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, D'Lanny has been arrested. She's not talking as of right now, according to one detective. They're asking her where James is, and she's not budging, and I just need continued prayers that James be found safe and okay. If anybody knows anything, please let us know. And I'm sorry that I wasn't able to say a lot of stuff. There was more to the story, but I couldn't post it because they didn't want to jeopardize the case. So for all those that were saying hateful things,
yeah,
it was uncalled for.
Very much so.
Okay. God is good. You know,
yes.
God willing, we get the answers that we need, especially me, so my heart can stop breaking and I can finally see my little sweet mad face. But I do appreciate everyone sharing and praying and showing their love. So I'll keep you all updated. Thanks, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to answer everybody. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Now let me ask you something. Watching that, and I didn't even hear the end of it. I really didn't even hear. I didn't know she was going to even say that ending portion. I started listening when she said, "I'm sorry, I haven't been able to say a lot," you know, and then I just started recording. But so she did read these comments that I was speaking about. Listen, just for these examples exactly right here, please proceed with caution when you're throwing fingers at the extended families. It's not always necessary, you know. And just be still. Just be still. If not for her, this mom may be potentially getting away with something massive, where a little boy's life is in danger. It's unfair. It's unfair. She's living this. She's living this. This is her family. This is a boy that she has tended to, cared over, nurtured, loved like a mother would. Probably way more than even a great aunt. just, I'm not going to carry on too much. So, let's go look at a picture of sweet baby James, just in case, because he is still considered missing. They said they feel like he's in the area. I don't know exactly what that means. If they feel like, is there still a need for a search, like on the ground search? I don't know. But let's go take a look at baby James. Alright guys, this is sweet baby James, 18 months old, shoulder length, orange hair. He's 2 feet tall, 28 pounds. San Antonio area. Please, if anybody has any information, call your local law enforcement. And I just implore you, whatever, however you send positive energy, whether it be prayer, whatever you got to do, whatever is your thing, please do it right now for this baby and his loved ones. And his mom too. She apparently seems to be pretty sick. And this is just devastating. And I just hope my feelings are wrong. I so hope my feelings are wrong. That's all I got for this one, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you got a dislike, make sure you hit it twice. Please be kind to one another. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon.